Hey, guilty conscience.
I beg your pardon?
Sneaking off without talking to me. You're not still going ahead with it, Bing. You're making a big mistake, you know. Why don't you ring her and tell her not to bother?
Because, Ron, although you may have a point, and I stress may, quite simply, I am prepared to give her the benefit of the doubt.
Bing, what more evidence do you need, mate? She's practically asked to have a look at your bank statement.
Well, that's the way you see it. I'm pretty sure I'll find out what her true intentions are by the way she behaves today. Anyway, I've always prided myself, Ron, on my ability to judge a person's character, and I refuse to believe I could be so wrong this time.
Yeah, well, just don't say that I didn't warn you, that's all. Because she'll bleed you dry and then straight onto some other porn bug.
I don't believe it. You had no right to open that letter. It was addressed to me.
I know, and I'm really sorry, but I just couldn't resist.
But it could have been anything. I mean, something personal.
It was about my dad.
How would you like it if I opened your letters?
I've said I'm sorry.
Oh, come on, Eleanor. What's done is done. Louise has apologised.
I don't want to fall out with you over this. I just want to meet my dad, that's all.
Well, do I get a hug or not? Oh, it's great to have you back. I've really missed you. And I love the hair.
Did you know she was going to open that letter?
No, of course not. I mean, I knew she wanted to. She's so keen to see her father, but... Well, I don't think she expected you to react so strongly.
Well, how am I supposed to react? She opened a private letter.
So have you got many bookings today?
Yeah, quite a few. Listen, do us a favour. When I count to 3, just burst out laughing like I just said something really funny, okay?
Why?
Just do. 1, 2, 3.
Doesn't take him long to get over me, does it? Oh, come on. Oh, he's a lot to laugh, isn't he?
You know what he's like. He's not the type to show his feelings. He's probably just as gutted inside as you are.
I doubt it.
Look, I've got to get off. I don't want to be late on Thursday back to work, do I? See you later.
See ya.
Yeah. I'll take it back to work. I'll see you later.
See you later.
Slag.
No, poor Peter.
Never mind poor Peter, what about poor you?
What do you mean?
Why'd you throw your guts up again this morning?
No. Did Rachel say anything?
Not this time, no, but you better watch it, Jack, because you're going to put 2 and 2 together.
Hi, love.
About time. This was supposed to be sorted last week.
I know. Look, I can't apologise enough. Anyway, Jay sorted the water for you, didn't he?
Yeah, thank God. It was a good job Eleanor was away. She'd have gone berserk.
Look, I'm really sorry about the mix-up. I had a problem with a bag of cement, and you wouldn't believe me if I told you.
All right.
Anyway, I'm here now, aren't I?
Thanks, love.
Jackie, perhaps you'd like to get back into the swing of things by straightening up these shelves for me.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I don't want to see any gaps whatsoever. As soon as a customer buys an item, I'd like it replaced immediately. Oh, and keep an eye on the forecourt for me, will you? It just needs one scrap of litter to lower the entire tone of the place.
Anyone, I think we're expecting royalty or something.
Oh, haven't you heard? We are.
Whoa! Mr. Crosby's bringing his new friend in for a guided tour.
Oh, hi, Dave. Is this the one you were telling me about?
Look, there is nothing untoward going on, and I'd be grateful if you would both refrain from making any insinuations.
Where did you meet her again?
At the golf club.
Oh, aye, that's right. Very posh.
Right, I'd better be off because I've arranged to pick Molly up.
Would you like us to Katie when you introduce us?
No, that won't be necessary. Just call her Mom, that'll do.
Hi. I thought you were supposed to be finished up last week.
Yeah, we had a few problems. Nothing for you to worry about. I'll be out of your hair today.
Hi. How did you cope?
Fine. I quite enjoyed myself. Apart from him disappearing on Friday and leaving me without any water all day.
You're kidding.
No, he had to rush off and forgot to turn it back on. He sent his swans eventually to do it.
Oh, well, at least I got sorted it out. What's with the dog?
Don't ask. I like the new look, by the way.
Thanks. I just popped in to pick up a few bits. I thought I might work at home today. Are you all right holding the fort for another day?
Yeah, no problem. Is everything okay?
Yeah, nothing I can't sort out.
All right, Dad. All right, son. Where's our Jacqueline? He's in the office. Oh, good. I need 20 quid out the till for some petrol. I've got to go down the dole again. I don't see where I should get them. Well, why didn't you go on Friday, like I said? Get it out the way. What do you reckon, then? Does it suit me? Is it yours? Well, it could be. I was taking it for a test drive. How'd you afford something like that? Well, I'm only thinking of leasing it, like. Ron, I thought it was about time I had a taste of the good life. See you later. Just about sums it up, that, doesn't it, eh? There's me going cap and hand down a social, and there's the likes of him. Tops his mother-in-law, walks away scot-free, and finishes up driving around the top of the range motor. Don't tell me that's fair. There you are, the royal visit. That's all I need.
It's very smart.
Well, we're not just your average run-of-the-mill petrol station. We also offer a wide range of products for the entire community. Everything from greetings cards to hot pies to cheese, plum and sandwiches.
Well, it's very impressive.
Now, Molly, I'd like to introduce you to two of my favourite employees.
Oh, Flash will get you everywhere.
Cassie Charlton, Jackie Corkill. This is my good friend Molly Marchbank.
Very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
I love.
What do you think of his little empire there? Not bad, is it?
Not at all.
Well, that's all down to teamwork.
So, what's he like to work for then? Is he a good boss?
Oh, yeah, he's very considerate.
Yeah, but we've got to say that because he stands in front of us.
Give you all the gory details later.
Right, now let me give you a proper conducted tour. Over here we've got our hot snacks and our drinks.
Just good friends, Mia.
She seems nice enough, though. Dead down to earth.
Mind you, she's got a good catch for herself, hasn't she, with Bing? I mean, let's face it, he's not short of a few, but...
Talking of which, somebody's doing all right for themselves.
Is that it?
I don't know, but we'll soon find out.
Listen, love, do you mind if I go on my dinner break first? It's just I want to pop home, you know, see how Jimmy's coping on his own.
No, of course not.
All right, Cass, pump 3, please.
It's a fiver. Coming up in the world, eh?
Yeah, I'm just taking on a test drive. Lovely car.
Looks it.
I thought it was about time I started living my life in the fast lane.
I suppose it's okay if you can afford it.
I could have been behind bars now, couldn't I?
I'm glad you're managing to pick up the pieces.
How you doing?
Me? I haven't got any pieces to pick up. The most exciting thing that's happened to me recently is Jackie Corkill starting here again.
Right, well, look, I better be going there. You take care.
Yeah, you too.
I was thinking, when the baby's born, what will you put on the birth certificate? How do you mean? Well, for the father's name, will you put Max Farnham? No. I'll just put father unknown. And we'll the hospital lad as well. Yeah, why not? It's none of their business. Well, what about when you start showing you've got all kinds of people asking you who the dad is? Well, I'll just tell them the same. I wouldn't be the first person to get pregnant from a one-night stand. How old was he? Who? This lad you slept with. You've got to get your story straight. I don't know. You better start thinking about it. Late 20s, I suppose. Where did you meet him? In here? No, don't do that. Best say you met him in town, somewhere no one round here goes. Okay, I met him in Garland's. And who did you go with? You. Did you go back to his or did you go back to yours? We went back to his. He had a nice lass in Cannon Street. It's more like it. I'm not being funny, but why didn't you use a condom, you soft or what? What is this? Well, think about it. Could have given your other baby anything. Actually, we did use a condom, but it must have split. It split? Does that actually happen? Well, it's never actually happened to me, but I've read books from women's magazines, and that's what they must do. Well, didn't you know it had split? Well, yeah, but it was too late then. Have you been for an AIDS test? Oh, all right, Casey, that's enough. I think we've got the idea now. Who do you think you are, Julia Brogan? I'm not trying to give you a hard time. I'm just asking you the questions that everyone else is going to ask. So you better start getting used to it.
Come in.
Hi. Are you going to hide up here all day?
Just reading.
Look, I'm sorry for having a go at you earlier. It's okay. I know how much this must mean to you, but you must try and see it from my point of view.
How do you mean?
I thought I'd left all this in the past.
Well, just because I want to see him doesn't mean that you have to.
I can't contact him without him knowing where I live, and I really don't want him to know that.
Well, there's no reason for him to know where you live. I can contact him. I won't tell him anything you don't want me to. I'll tell him I've never been able to find you.
I can't ask you to lie for me. I wouldn't expect you to do that.
Look, I know this must be hard for you, but surely we can work something out.
Look, Louise, I know you're a really strong person and you do what you want to do, and I've absolutely no right to ask you this. But please, can't you just leave this alone? You've already got a father who loves you more than anyone else ever could. And some stones are just best left unturned. Please, for my sake, don't contact him.
There you go, love. What's yours?
Just fish and chips, please. 2 cheese pie and chips, 1 mushroom omelette and chips. Okay, see you now. What's yours, love?
Salt and vinegar?
Please, love.
That's enough, love. You trying to kill me or something?
Oh, I'm sorry, love. I'll do you another one.
No feelings?
Yeah, I'm fine. So now you've got it back, you're still going to go ahead with buying the salon?
No. Not much point now, is there? So I'm just going to pay the bank back what I owe them and then make the most of being young, free and single. I'll see you later, Jack.
See you, love.
Medium?
No, dry, please, David.
Dry. Right, why don't you go and grab a table and I'll bring them over?
Oh, OK.
So, that's the man-eating Molly I've heard so much about, eh? Don't you mind having me out for this cast-off spring?
Molly is nobody's cast-off.
So what did she think of the tour at the garage? I don't reckon she's just weighing you up, seeing how much you're worth.
Yeah.
With all due respect, I don't think your father's exactly the best judge. Jacqueline, we will be eating. Can I pay for it all together? Thank you.
Let's hope she doesn't milk him for every penny he's worth. Or he'll end up like me dad, down the dole queue.
I wish my dad wasn't doing that. Makes me feel dead guilty.
I think that's the idea.
Listen, thank you very much for the guided tour. It was really nice to see where you work. I shall have to call you J.R. Ewing from now on, won't I?
And what does that make you then? Sue Ellen?
Wasn't she only interested in spending his money? No, I think it's like you said, David. Companionship is far more important. In fact, I want to propose a toast to our friendship.
I'll drink to that.
Long may it last.
Michael, in a minute.
What?
Can you explain these?
Yeah, my dad put them in.
Yeah, I can see that. He signed them all. Well, did you know he's been doing this?
Yeah, of course I did.
Well, why didn't you do something about it?
What do you want me to do, like grass him up to you?
Michael, if he needed the money, he should have just asked me. I'll kill him when I see him.
I'm surprised you haven't already, the way you've been treating him lately. Your dad's lost everything because of you. And you know what? He signed on today for the first time in his life. And you're whinging about the odd tenner he's taken from the till. I think it's about time you remembered where you came from and who got you there.
I'm just going to the shops.
Do you fancy some lunch?
What is it?
Pasta and salad.
Sounds great. Won't be long.
Did you two manage to have a chat?
She seems determined to see him. I have to admit that part of me is still curious about him. I can't help wondering what he'd be like after all these years.
It's impossible to imagine.
Marcus was the original free spirit. I can't imagine what being locked up for all those years will have done to him.
Are you going to try and stop us seeing him?
I don't really see how I can, especially now we know where he is. Kirkham's an open prison. People like Marcus only get sent to open prisons when they're coming up for release.
Would you just like to be taking this?
Ron Dixon, love. I should have been here at 1:30.
You're late.
Yeah, I know. Sorry about that.
Would you just like to take a seat, please, Mr. Dixon?
I think I should have taken this pass route a few minutes earlier.
No, it's fine. If he'd never been sent to prison, do you think you'd still be with him now? Would you have kept me?
You can't seriously expect me to answer a question like that.
Just curious, that's all.
Well, who's for coffee?
Have you finished?
I'm not really that hungry.
I know you're determined to meet Marcus, but have you considered Tom and Joan? I mean, how will they react when they know that your real father's in prison? How do you think they'll feel about that?
I don't know, really. But even if they disapproved, I'd still want to meet him.
I understand that, but you ought to consider their feelings.
OK. Hadn't thought about how it would affect them. But whatever happened, they're only my adopted parents. When I said I wanted to find you, they knew I had to do it, even if I found out you were some awful bag lady or something. And, well, in the end, all this has happened because of you and what you did. And you can't change that, can you? Marcus is my father. And to me, I won't know who I am, who I really am, until I at least meet him once. I don't know, maybe that will be enough.
Hiya. Hey, you haven't seen our Mike, have you?
No way.
Paulie's done a disappearing act and I'm rushed off my feet. This is what I get for employing my own brother.
Right, love, hold on.
About time.
Well, at least you can't accuse me of rushing the job. Come on, have a look. What do you reckon, then?
Lovely.
Don't sound too enthusiastic. That's a brilliant bit of tiling, that.
Yeah, well, it's not really the sort of thing I get excited about.
So am I forgiven for leaving you in the lurch last week?
I suppose it was worth the wait in the end.
I might be hard to get hold of sometimes, but you can never fault me work once it's done. Come on then, Can. I'll see you.
See ya.
See ya.
Oh, you've got to admit, he has made a great job.
Listen, I was thinking about what we were talking about before, about telling the hospital you don't know who the father is.
Yeah, and?
Well, I'm not wishing anything on your ear, but well, Max already had one downed baby. Don't you think you should tell the hospital that, just in case there's a risk of it happening again?
Casey, believe me, there's nothing that I haven't talked about with the Farnhams. I might be carrying this baby, but it's not mine, it's theirs. And they know they're having it, even if it's born with 2 heads. Anyway, I better go. If you see our mate, tell him I'm going to kill him.
Hey, you! Stop! What do you think you're playing at? You said you were going to come back and fix our worktop last week.
I know, love, I'm sorry. I've been up to my eyes.
Well, that's no excuse. You can't leave a job half done and vanish off the face of the earth.
Believe me, love, I haven't forgotten about you. You're at the top of my list of priorities.
Well, God help the people at the bottom.
Look, I promise I'll sort it this week. I've got your number.
You bet, Ad.
I won't let you down.
There you go, love. Thanks very much.
Oh, dear, love. Hi. Just seen that builder fella, you know, the one who's supposed to be fixing our waiter.
Oh, yeah. And?
Reckons we're top of the list.
Who's he kidding? So, how was your first day back?
Oh, not too bad. Enjoyed it, to tell you the truth.
So you're talking to Peter before?
Oh, right, yeah.
And what did he have to say for himself?
Not much.
Did he not mention me?
Well, I think he wants to get on with his own life now, you know, and make a fresh start.
Can't blame him, really. I'd have to be a glutton for punishment to want me back. So, I'll just have to follow his example. He's managed to forget about his old flames, and I'll have to do the same. Yes, love.
Fish and chips, please.
Coming right up. Hey, I'll tell you what. Why don't we get me dad to babysit? And me and you can go and celebrate your first day back at work, eh?
Ronald Dixon.
Oh, no flaming time and all. An hour and a half I've been waiting there.
Well, I'm sorry, Mr. Dixon, but you wouldn't have had to wait if you'd been on time for your original appointment.
Yeah, OK, love. Spare me the lecture on punctuality, eh? I just want to sign on.
Well, I'm afraid it's not quite as straightforward as that.
What do you mean? I've been unemployed for the past 6 months.
Well, you put down on your form that you're actually renting out your home, is that right?
Yes, that's correct. I wouldn't have put it down otherwise.
Which brings in an income of £450 each month?
An income? I've got my own rent to pay out of that. Not to mention a mortgage and all my bills.
Also, you've indicated that you're not available for work due to health problems.
Yeah, that's also correct. You see, I've had 3 heart attacks. In fact, if it was left to the doctor, I wouldn't be allowed to lift it again. Now, look, love, I just want the unemployment benefit that I'm entitled to.
Well, there's no such thing as an unemployment benefit anymore. It's now job seeker's allowance. And as you're not actually capable of seeking a job...
Just hang on a minute, love. I want to work. I've worked since I was 15 years old. I've hardly had a day off in my life. In fact, when I was made redundant and I never came near the dole, I got off my backside and I started my own business. I spent donkey's years paying out taxes, forking out for other scroungers' gyres, so don't you tell me I'm not entitled to benefits.
Look, Mr. Dixon...
Don't look me. I've sat there today watching all kinds of scallies come through them doors, probably never done a day's work in their life.
Mr. Dixon, if you could just let me finish. Now, you're not entitled to income support or job seeker's allowance.
Then why have I wasted me time filling all these forms in?
What I'm trying to tell you is that you probably qualify for incapacity benefit.
You what?
All you need to do is fill in this, Form SC1.
Incapacity benefit? I'm only 50 years old, for God's sake, and you've got me written off already. That's what's wrong with this country. Right, well, I'll tell you what you can do with your stupid forms. You can stick them, because I'd rather starve to death than come anywhere near this place again.
Mary Dalton.
Michael, what are you doing here?
Nothing.
Have you come down looking for me?
Yeah, well, I thought you'd been a long time, so...
Hang on a minute. This is the cue for signing on. You're never signing on. You've got a full-time job.
Shh, you're gonna blow me up.
Well, I've just about heard it all now. I can't get a penny out of them, but they're giving you all kinds of handouts, even though you don't need it.
Dad, they keep your voice down. They're gonna hear you.
Good. I want them to hear me. This just proves what a load of crap this whole thing is. Don't think you're getting away with this, Michael. You've had it.
Next on 4, meet the guys who'll peddle almost anything to make money on Cutting Edge.
One reason to watch TV dinners in half an hour is the lovely Hugh Fernley Whitting store, straight after Brookside.
Have you found in the plug hole or what?
Won't be a sec.
Don't tell me you're still in the bath. You'll end up like a prune.
Stick the iron on for us. I'll be as quick as I can.
Jack, have you got Ben in here?
Do you mind knocking? Trying to get changed in here.
Why? What have you got to hide?
Nothing, I just want a bit of privacy, that's all.
Sorry.
It's plugged in over there.
So what you wearing?
I don't know yet, my black dress, I think.
Oh, I was going to put mine on.
Well, whatever, I haven't looked properly yet.
What time are we going?
Half an hour.
Half an hour? Oh my God, I'll never make it. Katie, will you hurry up? Right, these are these.
Shoes.
Oh, come on, which ones?
Shoes, definitely. I suppose you go with the dress. I'm just going to go and change my top.
Again?
I won't be a minute.
Do I look all right, Jack?
Yeah, you look dead smart.
Oh, I feel dead fat.
Oh, go away, you look gorgeous.
I should have one of those 24-hour girdles on. Wish I had a figure like yours.
Oh, as if. I've put weight on.
Oh, yeah, you like a stick insect?
Come on, let's get the matches while she's not here.
All right.
Did you put the presents in the cupboard?
Yeah. Pass us that, I'll give her that.
Okay. I've got the sparkle in that here.
Yeah, do you want me
okay.
to hold it while you light it?
Yeah.
Oh, I hope she likes the prezi.
She will.
Yeah.
Hold that.
Right.
Quick before she comes off.
Oh, no. They take ages as well. Got it?
Yeah.
Right.
Quick.
Stick it in. God.
You all right?
It's ready.
Happy birthday, Katie.
Oh, you did this?
That's off both of us, your old bag.
Oh, thanks. Just shut now. I hope you like it. Ooh. Oh, it's lovely.
Well, you're always saying you've got no clothes.
Oh, I think go with these pants.
Katie.
Oh, I'll be 1 minute, I promise.
What's she like?
I'll be with you in a minute, mate. Right, pints of lager, 2 vodka and tonics, and what was the other one?
Gotcha.
Dad, what are you doing?
Gathering evidence, my son.
Dad, for God's sake.
You work your fingers to the bone, pay taxes till they're coming out of your ears, and what for? Just to keep some scrounging lay about dolomite and bloody clover. Suppose you're sounding on and all, are you? What? Bet you all are.
Dad, get in.
What's going on?
Nothing, Jack.
Oh, what are you doing with the camera?
Yeah, nothing. I'll sort it.
We'll go by the table, eh? So what?
Jackie, will you just sit down? Do you want me to bring your drinks over to you?
Dad, what's up? Do you need money or something?
Pardon?
Dad, well, these IOUs and that.
What?
Dad...
I don't believe you. My own flesh and blood and all you're interested in is pounds, shillings and pence. Well, I tell you what, I have had it up to here with the pair of you.
What's going on?
I don't know.
Well, what's he doing, taking photos of everyone?
Jackie, don't ask me. He's on one about something.
My dad's all right, he looks dead stressed.
Yeah, well, he's got a lot to his chest about.
Well, will you go round there and make sure he's all right?
Jackie, I can't now. We're dead busy, aren't we?
Yeah, well, he's still managing here.
Well, you still get paid, like?
God, my dad was right. Well, you at least, wasn't he? Yes, okay.
Yeah, all right. I'll see you later.
Leon.
Did you get a card off your mum and that?
No, not yet. I got one off our Sammy and Louise, though.
How are they?
All right, I think. Didn't say much.
You got a brother as well, haven't you?
Yeah, I think our Jeff's forgotten who I am. We don't really keep in touch.
Weird, innit?
What?
All the way 1 minute, your family's essentially alive. And the next, that's it, they're gone. You're on your own.
Out in the big bad world, eh?
Were you close to your mum?
Well, I thought I was in my teens and that, but she does her own thing, really. There you go. One vodka and orange and one side and black. Cheers.
What's that?
It's orange.
Oh, come on, it's Katie's birthday.
Yeah, I know, but, well, I don't mind.
Yeah, but you've got to have a drink.
Well, not if she doesn't want one.
I thought we were going to go for it. That was the whole part of coming out, weren't it?
I don't feel too good, to be honest. Maybe you've eaten something. Oh, I'll be all right. Well, if you want to go back up to flat, you know.
Oh, great.
No, I'll be fine, honest. Come on, let's go for it. Happy birthday, Katie. Happy birthday to me.
Happy birthday.
What do you want, Michael?
Oh, come on, Dad. We've got to sort this out. You're not even going to let me in.
Oh, go on, it'd be a laugh. Imagine it a week away with nothing to do except lie in the sun, go out.
Come off. Oh, maybe next year.
Why wait? Oh, come on, Jack, it'd be brilliant. Us three on a beach somewhere.
Oh, it would be a laugh. Yeah, well, I don't know what I'm going to be doing yet.
What? You're not going to be able to take even 1 week off over the whole summer?
Well, can't make it a bit later.
More like when?
I don't know, October or something.
October? All the resorts would be empty by then. There'd be no point.
Oh, sorry. It's a good job my glass was empty.
Sorry, it's my round.
I'll have the same again, Tar. Rach, can I have a dry ginger, please?
Ginger?
Yeah, I think it might help settle my stomach.
You okay?
Yeah, it's easing off a bit now.
I had some morning sickness.
I know. I think mine's all day sickness.
Rachel's really desperate for this holiday, isn't she?
I know. 2 months ago, I'd been with her all the way.
You're not having doubts again, are you?
No. Just worried she's gonna notice.
Dad, will you just give me the camera?
Why should I?
What are you going to achieve by blowing me up?
Well, I'll make myself 50 for a start, which is probably more than you've earned, honestly, over the last 10 years.
Dad, it's got nothing to do with you, what I earn.
It is when I'm forking out tenors left, right and centre. Michael, what's gone wrong with you? Don't you care about anything anymore?
Yeah, I care about getting enough money to pay for me rent and me food every day.
So get a proper job and earn your living. Stop scrounging off the state. For God's sake, son, get off your backside, do something.
For what, like? To end up like you?
What?
Well, you might have worked all your life, but at the end of the day, what have you got to show for it? 25 years of 50-hour weeks, and you're a scrap heap.
Do you know, when I look back, I don't know what I ever saw in Christian.
Oh, I don't know where he got off calling himself a dancer. I mean, please.
I know he had about as much rhythm as a bass.
Oh, Rachel, you must have had the patience of a saint. Rachel, where's me tea? Rachel, move that speck of dust off the carpet, will you?
Rachel, you're not coming to bed till you've washed all the stains out of me undies. Oh, that's dead funny, isn't it? Someone's marriage breaking up.
H.
We were only joking.
Well, maybe your jokes aren't funny. Oh, they'd be so sensitive.
I'm not. Just won't mind having a proper conversation for once instead of listening to you two cracking funnies all night.
Well, so you're saying we can't even have a laugh on a night out?
Oh, all right, then, I tell you what. Next time one of you two falls in love, gets married, and it all falls apart within 6 months, we'll throw a party today. How would you like that?
She did say it was all right to talk about him.
Maybe we went a bit too far.
I'll go up after.
I'll get the drinks now. What do you reckon Rachel will want?
Kind of bitter by the sounds of it.
Rach? Yeah?
You okay?
Is there any loo roll right there?
Yeah, hang on. Have you got it?
Yeah.
Listen, Rach, we didn't mean to upset you, you know. We're only having a laugh. Oh, come on, open the door. You can't sit in there all night. It's Casey's birthday. I'm sorry.
It's all right.
You shouldn't bottle everything up inside, you know. You can talk to us.
Do you reckon?
What?
Well, you and Katie are as thick as these days, shutting up every time we walk in a room. I feel dead left out most of the time.
Well, we don't mean to exclude you.
Oh, I know. And I am over Christian, just not to the extent where I can crack jokes about it.
He was a bit of a lunatic, though, wasn't he?
That's what my mum said.
Did she?
Well, more or less.
Did it help talking to her about it?
Yeah, and some of the other women.
What? Other battered wives?
Most of them, yeah.
God, men are scum, aren't they?
Christian was just dead insecure. Oh, have you got a brush?
He didn't like you hanging around with us, did he?
Because he was dead jealousy, that's why. He wanted me all to himself. I mean, do you remember when his mum came to stay?
Yeah.
Well, Christian was like a different person.
How do you mean?
Just mad. Just like a nervous wreck, terrified of his own shadow.
And do you reckon that was because of his mum?
Yeah. Treated me the same way she treated him. I think it was all he knew.
Why'd you put up with him for so long?
I don't know, really. First, I was flattered. He made me feel dead wanted, like it's the most important thing in the world. And then when he started telling me not to go out and what to wear and who to talk to, I just told myself it was because he was madly in love with me. It's weird. You, like, twist things and blame yourself.
Yeah, but it wasn't your fault.
I know that now.
But you're all glad it's over, aren't you?
Yeah. Yeah, I just worried about meeting someone else. I mean, I'll never let anyone get a hold of me like that. I think I'll always be dead suspicious from now on.
Do you think it's put you off?
Oh, no, I still want to get married and have kids. Yeah? Don't you?
Dunno.
Although saying that, I couldn't really imagine you with a baby. Ruin your life, intrude on your independence.
Hello? Is everything all right?
Yeah.
I was getting worried there.
We were just coming down.
Yeah, well, it's your round.
Oh, OK, easier, get the hint.
Hey, there's a load of fellas just come in. Stag do, I reckon. Why don't we have a bet, a fiver, to whoever bags off first?
No.
Oh, come on.
Oh, I've forgotten what it's like to go off.
Come on, Jackie, it's only a snog, big wow.
I know, but...
Oh, come on, it'd be a laugh.
Well, there's my five. When was the last time you topped up that machine?
It was when they said incapacity benefit. That's what did it. I'm not incapacitated. Only 50.
And you're on your third heart attack. Dad, come on, you've got to face facts. You're not exactly a picture of health, are you?
Michael, I can't do it, son. I can't stand in line waiting for handouts with all the social outcasts and dregs of society.
Well, thanks very much.
Well, it's a million times worse knowing you're standing in the same queue.
Dad, how many times do I have to tell you? I'm 24 years of age. Why can't you just let me get on with it?
You're still me lad, aren't you?
Look, I don't want you worrying about Dad.
When you've got kids of your own, you know what I'm going on about. And before you say it, no, I don't mean Josh. I'm talking about kids you want to be there for. Be a father to. Everything me and your mother did was for you and Tony and Jillian. Getting up at 5 in the morning, driving around council estates, flogging tins of beans and packets of crisps to anyone who'd have them.
Well, no one asked you to do that, Dad.
Michael, we wanted to do it. Don't you understand, son? That's the way it is with kids. You'd work 80 hours a week if you thought it would get them one rung further on the ladder. Anything to get them one step ahead. And when they are growing up, you transfer all your own ambitions into them. It's... well, I suppose it's like your second chance of making your mark in the world.
I suppose I've been a major disappointment to you then, haven't I?
No. No, you're not a disappointment. Can't you see what I'm trying to say, son? When you stayed on at school and you got those A levels, that was a major achievement in itself. But going on to college and getting a degree... that's what sickens me so much when I see you signing on and wasting your time with all them dead-end jobs. All those dreams I had for you just come to nothing. When I think back, that day at the cathedral, you standing there in your cap and gown, your mother taking photographs like there was no tomorrow. A degree. A degree, Michael. That was a first for this family. Proudest day of my life, that was, son. Proudest day of my life.
The Chippendales, are they? What about the blonde one on the left? No. Who's got white socks on?
Not shoes. You can always tell a man by his shoes.
Hang on. Look at him. He is a god.
Why is he on his own?
Let's go and find out. Katie, we can't do that.
Is he you drunk?
No, I'm just sick of being bored, no Katie Rogers. Maybe it's time I start to assert myself a bit more.
Who are you listening to you?
Well, that was my New Year's resolution, to sort myself out. To stop sitting around waiting for things to happen. Now I am going to check out his credentials.
Casey, hang on.
Well, I'm not going to stand here and watch put a tongue down his throat. What? Not when there's a tenner to be won. Come on. Can I have 2 black Russians and an orange and soda, please? Oh, sorry, I haven't jumped the queue, have I?
No, you're all right. I've been served.
Do you want to find a table? Go on, Jack, you go. I'll give Katie a hand with the drinks.
Okay.
There you go.
Dad, I know you think I'm some sad loser, but it's not like I haven't tried, you know.
Yeah, I know you've tried, but... well, these last couple of years, it's like you've given up. And I just can't stand back and watch you waste your talent. You're a bright lad.
Well, maybe not bright enough.
Well, look at her, Jacqueline. She's done well for herself, hasn't she, without an O level to her name?
Like that makes any difference.
I must admit, you know, I had high hopes for you. Thought you'd finish up in a top job. Manager or solicitor, something like that. You know, smart suit, nice car, decent wage.
Do us a favour, Dad. I wouldn't be a bank manager.
But what are you going to do, Michael? Because you can't spend the rest of your life bumming round here, playing and writing books and telling everyone you're going to be the next Steven Spielberg.
Oh, no. Because lads off crappy Liverpool estates can't get ideas above the stations, can they? I've learned that over the past couple of years.
So that's it? You're just giving up, like?
Dad, I've tried to get a job. I've tried loads of times. But when you turn up and you're getting knockback after knockback, well, you just think, sod it, what's the point?
The point is, Michael, that you only get one life to live and you've got to live it to the full. You never know what's round the corner. Look at me. Heart attack, just like that, out of the blue. And look what happened to our Tony. Michael, you only get one go, son. Don't waste it, please.
So, what time are they meant to meet you?
About an hour ago.
Bet you're glad you bumped into us then.
Too right. So, you own this place?
Yeah. Well, sort of, with someone else.
Every boy's dream. A gorgeous girl with her own bar. All you need is Sky.
Listen, do you fancy coming on into town with us?
Oh, no. I couldn't do that. I turn to a pumpkin after midnight.
Oh, go on.
Sorry, I've got to be up at 5.
5?
We trainee doctors have a hard life.
Are you up at that time every day?
It shouldn't be so bad once I'm qualified. I might get a lie until 6.
So what will you be when you're fully trained in that?
A gynecologist. I'm just going to the loo.
I wonder if it's true what they say about gynecologists. What? Don't you know? You're not going to get a chance to find out. I wish it was me you fancied. No, you lucky cow. What? Don't make out you're having noticed.
Noticed what?
He hasn't been able to take his eyes off you all night. He's well smitten. Jump to 5 an hour then.
Thanks for the butty, Dad.
No sweat.
And I have listened to what you've said, you know. I'm going to start looking for work.
Yeah?
Yeah, on one condition.
What's that?
That you patch things up with our Jackie.
No way, son. No can do.
So what was all that about before, about your kid meaning the world to you?
Our Jacqueline's gone past the point of no return. I don't know her anymore. At least I can get through to you.
Dad, she's going to pay you that money back, you know.
Oh, yeah. When? In 10 years' time, when I'm 6 feet under. You know, I put every single penny that I had into that bar. All me insurance policies, me pension, everything, and against good advice. And what did she do? She threw it all back in me face. Now, how can I forgive that?
Right, anyway, I better get off. I'm supposed to be working.
You're better than that place, you know, son. Before you go, you better take this with you. Can't see me using it. Still. Come here.
I'll see you later today.
Yeah, ta-ra, son.
Look at them, it's all over her like a rash. Got it all, hasn't she? Good looks, top figure, her own business. What more could you want? No one's perfect, Rach. I'm sure she's got a few skeletons in the closet just like the rest of us.
Come on. There must be someone waiting in the wings.
No, there isn't, honestly. I haven't been out with anyone for ages. I've been too busy concentrating on this place.
Career girl, eh?
Yeah, I am actually.
Do you believe in fate?
What?
Well, do you think there are greater forces out there that pick out people who are meant to be together and put them in the right place at the right time?
How do you mean?
Well, like us, for example. My mate's not turning up tonight. Your mate standing next to me at the bar. It's meant to be. It's like Casablanca.
What?
You know, of all the bars in all the world, this could be a turning point in our lives. We might end up having 10 kids together.
Did you say you were going to the bar?
Yeah, what would you like?
Same again, please.
I seem to ask if we wanted a drink. No, we got him one, didn't we?
I'm going home.
What?
Please, let's go back up the flat.
Stop with her. We're Bertie to me, eh? Jackie, what's going on?
Nothing, I've just had enough, that's all.
What did he say to you?
Oh, where's the keys?
Jackie!
Let's just get inside.
What's up? I turn around and you're gone.
Jackie, could we just leave him swinging?
Where are you going?
We'll go upstairs, eh?
Is everything all right?
Yeah. Look, I'm sorry for walking out.
You interrupted my flow there. I was just building up to my big finale.
Luke.
No, listen. I'm not trying to be too heavy or anything. I'd just like to see you again. You know, just the two of us. What do you reckon?
Why didn't you ask Katie or Rachel? They would have jumped at the chance.
I don't want them. I want you.
I can't.
Why?
I just can't. I'm sorry.
Do you think they've gone into town?
Dunno.
Oh, go mad if they have. It's meant to be your birthday night. We're going to be in bed by 11:30.
What's new? No, there she is now.
Hiya.
What happened?
Nothing.
Did he ask you out?
Yeah.
And?
And nothing. I said no.
Oh, my God, I've heard everything now. Are you off your head or what?
No, I'm not.
Well, what's the matter with you?
Look, I just didn't want to go out with them, that's all. Have you got any paracetamol?
You don't go with fellas. You refuse point blank to go on holiday. You won't even have a drink at your best friend's birthday. Jackie, you have ruined the whole night.
Yeah, well, you didn't have to come home.
Oh, yeah. What choice did we have? We couldn't let you come back up here on your own, could we? I just don't understand what's changed. You used to be a good laugh, but now... Jackie, what is up with you?
I'm pregnant, all right? What? I'm gonna have a baby. Is that good enough for you?
Next on 4, a birthday celebration with a happier ending on TV dinners.
Becomes a stench.
Okay, Jack? I feel like I'm about to throw up. I'll be all right in a minute.
Can I get you anything?
Yeah, you can just put the kettle on.
Oh, my head's banging. I didn't even have that much to drink.
I still can't believe it. I woke up this morning and thought I'd dreamt the whole thing.
I know, it's mad, isn't it?
So how long have you known?
Only a couple of weeks.
A couple of weeks? Well, how come no one told me?
Come on, Rach. Jackie's head's been wrecked. She didn't know if she was coming or going.
So I'm the last to know, as always.
You're not the last to know. Me and you are the only two people in the whole world who do know. And Jackie wanted to stay that way.
Oh, well, it explains why you two have been whispering all the time. At least I know why now.
Lazy gets, aren't they? Who? Taxi drivers. It wouldn't hurt him to get out of his cab and knock instead of beeping his horn this hour of the morning.
Someone's woken up in a good mood, haven't he? What are you doing sat there, anyway?
Just getting a bit of fresh air, you know. What's up, is your van broke down?
No. Just gonna go and pick up my new car.
Oh, you went for that motor, did you?
No, something different. Wait till you see it, man. You'll be green.
What up for some of it?
See you later.
Sit down.
Dad, what are you doing sitting out here? It's freezing.
Oh, fine, son. You know what? I thought I had everything when we moved round here. Nice house, my own business. Family to be proud of. Just goes to show you, eh? You never know what's round the corner.
Yeah, I suppose so.
She was a lovely little girl.
You are, Jackie?
I'd give her anything.
Oh, come on, Dad, don't be talking like this.
Yeah, well, if she thinks she can walk all over her own father and get away with it, she's in for a big surprise.
Come on, Dad, you can't sit out here all day. People will think you're a tramp. Well, how do you fancy a bit of brekkie in the house?
Yeah, you're on.
Well, this has got to be the height of laziness. It would have been quicker to walk.
I need to get petrol anyway. And don't spend all day worrying. I'm sure Louise will be fine. She can handle herself.
Well, it's really good of you to offer to take her. You've been so understanding about all of this.
Well, we couldn't let her go off to a prison all by herself, now, could we?
I just hate the thought of him filling her head with all kinds of nonsense.
Well, he won't even know we're there, will he?
See you later.
Yeah. I love you, you know.
So, are you going to tell me or not?
Tell you what?
Who is he?
Who?
This fella. Why have you kept in such a big secret? He's not married, is he?
There is no fella.
What do you mean?
Well, it's just a one-night stand.
Joking. Didn't you use a condom?
Well, yeah, but it's split.
And that happened?
It did happen.
And didn't you realise?
Well, yeah, but it was too late then.
Oh, God. You must be gutted.
Well, they could happen to anyone.
Well, why didn't you go for the morning after pill?
Well, I just didn't think.
Where did you meet him?
Garland.
It was over Christmas when you were at your mum's.
Was he nice looking?
Well, yeah, from what I can remember. We're all rotten.
Do you know where he lives?
Yeah, but I've got no intention of telling him.
How come you've never seen him again?
Well, I don't know, really. I mean, he was a nice fella and all that, but he just wasn't really me. It was just one of those stupid mistakes.
And what was his name?
Stephen.
How old was he?
Dunno. Late 20s, I suppose.
So, how far are you?
About 8 weeks.
You gonna keep it?
I don't know yet. That's why I don't want you breathing the word to anyone. Not even your mum, do you hear me?
I won't tell a soul, I promise. Listen, I don't want to put you on a downer, Jack, but have you thought about going for an HIV test? I mean, he could have had anything, couldn't he?
Don't you think I've already thought about all that? Anyway, aren't you going to be late for work?
Yeah, better go and get ready. And don't worry, you can trust me now. And if there's anything you want me to do, just ask.
Thanks, Rach. Do you think she fell for that?
No, I reckon she thought you were having a surrogate baby for the Farnhams, really.
Very funny. She's not going to be satisfied with that, though, is she? She's going to want to know everything.
It's just as well you're a good liar.
Oh, I wish. I felt like it was written all over my face then. I'm going to cope when I start showering. I've got everyone asking me. It's going to be a nightmare.
You're going to be late if you don't get a move on.
I don't care, it's crap anyway.
You don't want to get sacked though, do you? Your mum will go off her head.
Yeah, well, she's not the one having to drag big bags of cement around all day.
Do you want a kiss?
So,
I'll walk you to the bus stop.
yeah, you should have been in school ages ago.
I'm not going in this morning, we've got double games.
Well, what are you going to do?
Going to town, have a look around the shops.
Yeah, I could bunk off work and come with you.
Don't be soft, it's payday and you've planned me a night out.
Oh, it's not fair. I thought school was hard, but this...
At least you get paid for going to work.
Work? It's not work, it's slave labour.
It's better than nothing, isn't it?
Yeah, I suppose so.
David Crosby? Molly, how are you? Good, good. Yes, so did I. That's splendid. Molly, look, I was about to phone you, actually. I wondered if you were free this evening, if you'd care to pop round for a spot of supper. About time you sampled my culinary skills. Oh, splendid. Yes, about 7:30? Great. Look, I won't keep you now because it's peak time, isn't it? I'll look forward to seeing you about 7:30 then. Right. Bye for now.
You'll never get shut of her now she's seen that petrol station.
Ron, I'm beginning to find your immature jibes a trifle tedious. Molly is interested in my friendship, nothing else.
Molly is going to have you skint.
Oh, change the record, old son, for heaven's sake.
Then can't you see I'm just trying to do you the favour?
If you want to do me a favour, you could make yourself scarce this evening. I've invited Molly over for supper.
Well, that's lovely, isn't it? I'm not even welcome in my own home now.
What do you expect when you're so damned cynical?
Hey, I've got every right to be cynical after the way I've been treated. And if you've got any sense, you'll learn from my mistakes. I'm going to see our Jackie.
Mr. Dixon, how are you?
I've been better, love. Want a word with you.
What about?
You know, I seem to have spent half my life down the dole office recently. Well, they've offered me an incapacity allowance.
Well, that's good. You're going to go down there and sort it out.
Good. How can you say that when you were the one who pulled the rug from under me feet in the first place?
Yeah, well, it's better than being knocked back altogether, isn't it?
Well, I'm glad you think so, Jackie. Because I've told them they can stick it.
Well, what did you go and do that for? If you're entitled to that money, you should just take it. It's yours.
And what about the money you owe me? Isn't that mine and all? Why should I struggle along on an incapacity allowance when my own daughter owes me a fortune?
Dad, I've already explained to you.
Yeah, well, I'm explaining something to you. You owe me 50 grand, and I want it back. So what are you going to do about it?
Every time I see you, dear, my heart skips a beat. But I know someone like you could never love anyone but you. We love her from the heart.
Apart from the fact that I'm a black man and a merc, have you got a problem?
Look, Dad, I am really grateful for everything you did to keep this place going when my eyes were bad.
I think I did a bit more than just keep the place going.
Yeah, I know. And I feel terrible for the position you've got yourself into.
What? The position I've got myself into? I wasn't the one doing secret deals with Barry Grant. Deals that meant you get to keep everything and I ended up practically begging on the streets. Have you forgotten that I gave up my home so you could afford to pay that Finnegan fella's protection money? That and everything else. I did all that for you.
Dad, I never wanted you to give up all your pension policies and everything else. You were the one who went behind my back to pay JC Bradley off.
I don't recall you complaining at the time.
Dad, just calm down, will you? There's no need to cause a big scene.
Oh, no. You wouldn't want your customers knowing that you've ripped your own father off, would you? Or that you're just a selfish little cow who wouldn't dream of putting anybody else before yourself.
Well, this is it then.
It's not really what I expected.
Me neither, but then I'm not really sure what I thought an open prison would look like.
Do you think Marcus is allowed to wander about like those men there?
I suppose so. They can't all be company fraudsters and jockeys who didn't pay their taxes, can they?
I wonder how long he's been here, out of the 18 years.
He might just have been here for a few weeks, days maybe, I suppose. I mean, it must depend a bit on whether he's due to come out.
Do you think he thinks of it as home? Has he got any friends? People he can talk to? I mean, it's not like he's the same as the others, is he? Well, they're all real criminals. Bank robbers, murderers, drug dealers.
TV license dodgers. Look, just because you think he was right to protest against animal experiments doesn't make what he did all right. I don't think you should see him as some sort of political prisoner, you know. The law makes mistakes, but not always. Maybe we're all a lot safer because he's in there.
He'll be out soon, or he might be. I wonder if he'll want to carry on with his protest when he gets out, or if he'll just want to hide away somewhere. It'd be difficult, though, wouldn't it? Just forgetting everything that's happened while he's been away. I wonder what he must be thinking, planning.
Very flash, is it yours?
I'm only leasing it, like. I tell you what, Casey, I'm like a kid with a new toy. I've been driving around for hours. Mind you, I would have been stopped by the busies, you know.
What for?
What do you need to ask? A black man in a flash car? I'm bound to be a drug dealer or something, aren't I?
What did they do?
They searched a car.
Can they do that for no reason?
Well, they did.
We want to put in a complaint and are a very good solicitor.
What's this then?
Nah, nothing unusual.
Lovely car, Mick.
Thank you.
Hey, I forgot to give you these.
You've been the world of your own today.
I know, I've got a lot on my mind. Thank goodness it's nearly time to go home. It's been a long week. Bye.
Bye.
Yes, is that yours, mate?
Do you like it?
Yeah, it's boss. I tell you what, mate, one day I'll have something like this.
Hey, listen, fancy going for a spin?
Yeah, go ahead, mate.
Yes.
Michael! Do you know, I'll kill our Michael. He's just gone off with Mick Johnson.
Well, what's that Mick Johnson in that flash car? Why can he afford that? Surely he's not earning that much money from the chippy.
Haven't you heard all the rumours? Apparently, he only smothered that poor woman so he could get his hands on her life savings.
Oh, you're not saying...
I am saying nothing, but he must have sold an awful lot of chips to end up with a car like that.
Hiya.
I'm knackered. You miserable slave drivers!
Well, at least you've got the weekends off now, haven't you? Did you get your wages?
Yeah,
Brilliant. Doesn't that make it all worthwhile?
suppose so.
Let's spoil ourselves for the change.
Yeah, Shannon, what are you doing?
It's about time you're treating me to a bit of luxury.
But I've only just been paid. Shannon!
Hi.
Hi. Oh, what a journey. Traffic on the way back was awful.
How did it go?
All right.
So what happened?
Well, it was interesting. It gave us both a lot to think about.
But like what?
Oh, why society feels the need to lock people away, what effect it might have on the families on the outside, as well as the people on the inside. You know, good philosophical stuff.
And did you talk about Marcus?
Yeah, a bit.
And?
What, did it satisfy her curiosity, seeing where Marcus is? Well, you'd have to ask her. She was very quiet on the way back. I think it's given her a lot to think about. Anyway, I'm starving. What's for tea?
Here's £1 for this.
Oh, we have. Only just paid for the pool. Come on, you can have a go on that after.
How many games did you get us?
2.
2? Is that all?
Well, thought we'd see how we get on first.
Come on, we've got to go and put those messy shoes on. You knock me sick, you don't know whose feet are being in them. Oh, and then you can go to the bar and get us some drinks and crisps, because I'm dying of thirst.
Hiya.
Hiya, you're home early.
Yeah, well, I managed to persuade our mate to cover for me. Oh, they smell nice.
Would you go down and get you some?
No, can I just pinch chipolsy from you?
Oh, you're such a scav.
Oh, hey, don't you start. You sound just like me dad.
What do you mean?
Oh, Casey, you should have heard him this afternoon. He came in the bar mouthing off about all the money I owe. He's saying he wants it all back now. Every penny in one go.
It's nice for you.
God knows what I'm gonna do. Like I haven't got enough on my plate at the moment without him putting all kinds of pressure on me. And then there's Rachel.
What about her?
Well, she'll be home soon, won't she? Wanting to ask me another 1,000,001 questions about the baby and who the father is and if I've got any nice little names lined up yet.
Well, at least she believes you. That's the most important thing.
Yeah, as long as it stays that way. There's no way she can ever find out the truth.
Well, I'm not going to tell her on the Farnham, certainly aren't you? Got nothing to worry about, have you?
Oh, no. No worries at all. Only having to persuade me dad that I haven't got his money for him.
Well, can't you pay him back in instalments or something?
Yeah, but you know how stubborn he is. He's saying all or nothing.
Well, surely he knows there's no way you can get your hands on 50 grand.
Yeah, but he's not prepared to listen to any alternatives.
Why don't you go round and see him? He might calm down a bit now.
Doubt it.
It's worth a try, isn't it?
Come on, then. Your last chance. You've got to get this one if you're going to beat me.
Oh, I don't believe it.
Told you you'd get battered. Should we have another game or do you want to go to McDonald's? I'm starving. I haven't had any tea. I know. We'll go and have a go at that driving game and then we'll decide. There's one of those skiing ones and all I meant to be dead realistic then.
Oh, Sharon.
What?
Hang on a minute.
What?
I can't afford to do anything else.
Oh, what do you want about? You've only just got your wages.
Yeah, I know, when they're nearly all gone.
but we've already done anything.
Look, I only get paid 35 quid. Mum takes a tenner of it. You've been going round all night like we're loaded. I've only got our bus fare left.
What are you trying to say? It's all my fault?
No, I'm just saying, I can't afford to do all this.
Oh, what do you mean, all this? We've only been out for an hour.
Yeah, but that's the best I can do.
Is this your idea of a night out, promising me all kinds and making you feel dead guilty for spending your money?
I'm not trying to make you feel guilty, I'm just saying.
Just forget it.
Sharon! God!
I thought you two were just friends.
Yeah.
What's with all the candles, then? Bit Mills and Boone, innit?
I was just creating the right ambiance.
Ah, I see. Trying to get it in the mood, are you?
Oh, for goodness sake, keep your smutty thoughts to yourself. Look, she's going to be here any minute. I thought you were going to make yourself scarce.
You said that. I never. This is my home and all. I am not budging.
Ron, you've made your feelings towards Molly perfectly clear. I'm sure you don't want to spend a whole evening in her company.
I haven't got a choice, matey. I am brassic. I can't even afford a pint down the Legion.
Right. There we go, then. Have a drink on me.
I wouldn't dream of taking your money.
I insist.
Look, I don't want your charity, OK? I'm sick of being treated like some idiot.
Oh, Lord, that'll be her. She's early. Oh, hello.
Hiya. I've come to see me dad.
What do you want?
Can I come in?
Do what you like. You usually do.
Look, Jacqueline, at the risk of sounding rude, I'd appreciate it if you could keep your visit brief. I'm expecting a dinner guest at any moment.
Look, Dad, I don't want to fall out with you. So I've come to make you an offer.
This better be good.
Oh, come on, I don't want us to fall out. Now, do you realise that was our first argument? How about I treat you to a nice slap-up meal? The works.
Where did you get that from?
Come on, I'll explain later. Let's get out of here.
Look, Dad, I feel awful about all of this.
So you should.
And I know you think I'd be an out of order.
Look, I've heard all of this already. I thought you came round here to make me an offer.
OK. Well, I've got £5 that I can give you up front.
5 grand.
Yeah, well, that'll help tide you over, won't it?
But you'd owe me 50.
Yeah, I know, but I can't afford to give you that.
Right. Give me £1 a week, then. You could afford to give it to that Finnegan, so I'm sure you could manage it for me.
Oh, come on, Dad. You know as well as I do that I've lost nearly everything because of him. Look, I can give you £5 up front and another 400 a week. Take it or leave it.
I think I'll leave it, thank you very much.
Dad, why are you being like this?
Why? Why? After everything I've done for you? Do you realise how much it's costing me on remortgaging over the road? Did you really think that I wanted to get myself on all kinds of debt at my time of life? Give up my home?
What are you going on
No,
about?
of course I bloody didn't. I did it all for you, Jacqueline. And then what do? You just turn over the whole place to Barry Grant without even asking me.
Yeah, but that's because you'd only just come out of hospital and I was worried about your heart.
Do you think this is doing me heart any good?
Look, I'm sorry, but I'd be grateful if you could take your argument elsewhere. I'm expecting Molly at any moment, and I really don't want her to be greeted by all this.
Don't worry, Bing. Jacqueline's just leaving.
Oh, come on, Dad, don't be like this.
Go on, shift it. Coming round here, think you can buy me off with a few grand? Well, I'm telling you, I want to have nothing more to do with you until you've paid me back the full amount. I'll give you the year, Jacqueline. I'll accept £1 a week. Nothing less.
Dad, you are being totally unfair. I'm offering you the best that I can. Dad!
Bing, I'm really, really sorry about that.
Would you give up the chance of a holiday in Mexico? I know somebody who would. Friday Comedy commences with a bit of a shaggy dog story in Ellen. Next.
Jacqueline yet?
No, thank God.
Oh, I'm sure it'll all blow over.
Yeah, well, that's where you're wrong. I want nothing more to do with her.
Ron, life's too short for these silly blow-ups. Why don't you just go over there and make things up with her?
You must be joking. I'm never setting foot in that place again.
You know, being stubborn is going to get you absolutely nowhere.
Anyway, why should I take your advice? You haven't listened to a blind word I've said about that Molly one.
That is because your opinion of Molly is completely off beam.
Oh, really? Well, let me put it this way. If my own daughter is perfectly willing to stab me in the back, there's no saying what that Molly one's capable of. Trust nobody, Bing. I've told you that. Not even yourself. That's my motto.
You know, if we all took that attitude, the world would be a very grim place.
It already is, mate. It already is. Anyway, fancy a pint down the Legion a bit later?
This evening? Oh, I'm sorry. I've had arranged to meet Molly. We're going to a dance.
Oh, surprise, surprise. Silly me. Fancy me expecting you to spend a couple of hours with me when you could be with Molly the man-eater.
Is that a note of jealousy I detect in your voice by any chance?
What? Me jealous of it? Give me some credit, will you? Anyway, how about tomorrow, then? If you can manage to drag yourself away from her for one night.
I think I might be able to manage that.
Good. I'll hold you to that, so don't let me down.
I still can't believe it. I mean, you of all people.
Oh, what's that supposed to mean?
Well, I always imagine you'd be the last one out of us three to get pregnant.
Why?
Well, because you're dead independent, you know.
Do you think so?
Yeah, well, you're so into your business and everything. I always thought that when you decided to have kids, you were well into your 30s or 40s, made your first couple of million.
I never decided anything, did I? It was an accident.
So you're definitely not going to tell the father?
Rachel, I've already told you. I was off my face. I probably wouldn't recognise me even if I fell over him. And anyway, what do you expect me to do? Go round and knock on his door and say, oh, yeah, remember me from New Year's Eve in Garland's? Well, I'm off the Doves. Did you fancy getting married and spend the rest of your life with me?
I thought you said you met him on Christmas Eve.
Or whatever. Dad? Oh, come on, Dad. You can't go on ignoring me forever.
I'm sorry about this, Katie. Could you just make him a coffee and tell him I'll be there in 5, 10 minutes? Thanks, you're an angel. Bye. That was Katie. I've got a client waiting for me at the office.
Very unprofessional.
I could have sworn I told him how fast.
Why aren't you two at work?
Oh, I'm just leaving.
Me too.
Fancy give me a lift into town?
Yeah, sure. Are you going for any particular reason?
Just fancied a bit of window shopping. Have I got time for a quick coffee?
Yeah? Should we one in the pot?
Don't you think it's all a bit odd?
What?
Well, she's hardly mentioned Marcus since Friday. You don't think that the trip to prison can have satisfied her curiosity, do you?
Well, it was an odd experience.
I must admit, there's part of me that can't help being disappointed.
How do you mean?
Well, once I'd accepted that she was determined to find him, I couldn't help wondering how he'd be after all these years. How he might have changed.
What, so you want her to contact him now she knows where he is?
No, of course not, no. Like I said, it was morbid curiosity, that's all.
Well, I'm sure you won't be kept in suspense forever.
So you don't think the grim realities of Her Majesty's prisoners put her off?
Well, I wouldn't go raising your hopes just yet. Well, you never know. I mean, she's sensible, really. She just needs time to, well, find out what she really wants.
I guess I'll just have to be patient. See you later.
Yeah. Bye.
Here you go, mate. Cheers. Nice one.
Mike, I'm just nipping out. If anyone wants me, tell them I'll be back in about half an hour.
You seen me dad today?
Yeah, you should have seen the look he gave me.
So what are you gonna do?
Oh, don't worry, I'll sort him out. I should just let him sulk for a few days. He'll come round eventually.
You won't.
Well, he can't fall out with me forever, can he?
Well, I'm not so sure about that. I mean, he did sell his share of the business without giving him a penny.
No, I didn't sell it. I was boxed into a corner. First by that Finnegan, then Barry Grant. I didn't have any say in the matter. Why can't people ever see things from my point of view? Why does everyone just assume I'm some really cold bitch who puts herself before everyone else?
I wonder.
I am bending over backwards to please me, Dad. I'm offering him a really good deal.
Well, he doesn't see it like that, does he? He just wants his 50 grand back.
Yeah, and he knows that I haven't got it. I mean, anyone would think I'd got some big lump sum off Barry Grant and kept it all to myself.
Well, you've still come up smelling the roses, haven't you?
Oh, you must be joking. All I'm doing, Mike, is managing a bar that I used to own. I'll see you later.
Julia, pack it in, will ya? Julia!
What's the matter?
You are! Can do without the Hilda-Ogden impressions, thank you very much. Just want a bit of peace and quiet.
Well, if you want a bit of peace and quiet, why don't you go and get a pint instead of sitting there with a big miserable gob?
Yeah, well, I would, but I've got no one to go with, have I?
Well, why don't you go and ask Dave? It'll be his dinner break soon.
You're joking, aren't you? He's only got time for that Molly one these days.
Oh, are things getting serious between them two, then?
You could say that. I did ask him to come for a pint with me tonight, but he couldn't bear to be separated from her. Apparently they're going to some dance somewhere.
Well, it's a terrible thing when you're growing old, isn't it? Especially when you're all by yourself.
Give it a rest, will you? Why is everybody treating me like a geriatric? I'm only 50.
Well, it's true, isn't it? Especially for the likes of me and you. With both our families fled the nest, getting on with their own lives. I don't know. You give them your whole life, give them everything, and before you know it, they're off, leaving you with nothing but a broken heart.
Yeah, well, I'll second that.
Oh, it's nice to know there's someone in the same boat as myself. I never knew we had so much in common. We're two of a kind, me and you.
Busy over there?
No, not really. I finish at 6. I can't wait.
Something planned for tonight, have you?
Peter wants me to go to some ballroom dance with him. He's going with a gang of girls from the salon.
How come?
I don't know. I think he's donated a prize or something. He reckons it'll be a good laugh.
Oh, hello, Rachel. How are you?
Fine, thanks. How about you?
Very well, thank you.
He's been very shapey these last few weeks.
Well, aren't I always?
I suppose this new girlfriend of his might have something to do with it.
Oh, hi, Mr. Crosby. You've kept this very quiet. So what's her name, then?
I think that Jack is referring to a lady called Molly. Molly Marchbank, and she's not my girlfriend. We're just very good friends.
She's certainly put a spring in her step.
So, do you think you'll stay just good friends, or are you hoping for a little bit more?
Rachel, really?
Oh, come on, Mr. Crosby. You can tell me. I'm practically like a granddaughter to you.
Well, let's just say that I'm quite content to take things one step at a time.
She couldn't take her eyes off you last week.
And don't be silly.
Oh, behave, David. She fancies you like mad. If I were you, you know, I'd do something about it before some other fella gets in there first.
Sounds like good advice to me. It's about time you met someone. I'm really pleased for you. See ya.
Charlotte.
Yeah? Yeah, okay. Okay, I'll see you then. Oh, yeah, thanks for phoning as well, yeah. Oh, thanks, yeah. Bye. Bye. Hiya, Julia.
Hiya, love. Oh, it's nice to see someone smiling for a change. That Ron Dixon's face is tripping him.
What do you mean?
Oh, there's been murder. Jackie called over to the bungalow before and Mum slammed the door right in her face. Oh, I thought the whole thing was going to come off its hinges. Oh, I didn't know what to do with myself.
Who were?
Anyway, that wasn't an appointment, was it? Because if it was, it should go straight in the book before you forget.
No, Julie, it wasn't an appointment. You'll never guess who that was.
Who?
Pam Young.
Who's she when she's home?
Only Michael Merkin's personal assistant.
Oh, what did she want?
Well, she never said. They said they want to see me Friday, said they've got a proposition for me.
Oh, maybe they want you to go back to Balti.
Julia, it's Barley. How many more times have I got to tell you? I can't believe this. What are they like? Keep me in suspense all this week. If they wanted me to go on a photo shoot, why didn't they tell me there and then like they did last time?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe they've got something more permanent in mind.
Oh, do you think? Imagine if they wanted me to go to New York. They've got branches all over the world, you know.
Well, if they do, I wouldn't take 2 minutes to think about it, love. I mean, you're young, free and single after all. There's nothing keeping you here, is there?
Oh, come on, it'll be a laugh. You don't have to be able to dance properly or anything.
It doesn't matter if I can dance properly or not. I'm not going.
Hey, Jack, how you feeling? Rachel, will you stop asking how I'm feeling all the time? I'm pregnant, I'm not terminally ill.
Sorry.
Mike, I've just opened an account for my dad. I've put 5,000 in there for now, and I'm going to put another 400 in every week.
Hey, my neck. The young one for me as well.
Come on, Michael. Look, you know that he's not talking to me at the minute, so I want you to go round there and tell him what I've done. At least this way he'll get his 50 grand back in a couple of years, plus all the interest.
Why should I do all your dirty work for you?
Come on, Michael.
And how come you've got all this money floating around? If you're so hard up, how can you afford to put 5 grand into a bank account for him?
Because he's my dad and he's put everything he has into this place.
Okay. And so you still expect me and all the others to work for such crappy wages? No wonder you're rolling in it.
I'm not rolling in it.
You can't be that badly off. Don't you think it's about time you had a pay rise?
You must be joking. Michael, it's going to kill me putting this money away from my dad every week. Please, he'll listen to you.
Tell him yourself.
Mike, I wouldn't ask it if I wasn't desperate. If you can't talk any sense into him, then no one can. Please go and talk to him.
Do you think you could possibly manage to cope on your own until Cassie gets here?
I think I can manage that.
Good. You see, it's just that I'm meeting Molly later and I need to
Go
get
on,
back.
Dave, get off. Have a great night.
Thank you. That's very kind of you. I'll see you later.
See you, love.
All right, Bing?
Yes, Jimmy. Splendid. Thank you. And your good self?
Yeah, smashing, kid.
Good, good, good. Right. Well, I must be off. See you around.
Yeah, see ya.
Hiya.
Someone's in a good mood.
I think he's in love.
Ibo! Him!
Her name's Molly and he met her playing golf.
Joking, aren't you? Dirty old so-and-so.
Listen, have you seen this? Fella brought us in before.
What is it?
Well, he's offering extra teaching for kids, you know, struggling with the schoolwork and that. You can make a fortune, you know, 12 quid an hour.
12 quid?
Yeah. Well, wouldn't you think of doing something like that? You could make a bomb.
Behave yourself, will you, Jackie? How can I do that? I'm not even qualified yet.
Jimmy, you've got to have a bit more confidence in yourself. I mean, there's nothing from stopping you putting a card in the window and seeing what happens.
What, in here? I'd be asking for trouble.
Why? You'd be doing nothing wrong.
Try telling that to half the people round here, love. Most of them have still got me down as some druggy thief.
Yeah, well, it's up to you, isn't it, to prove to them you've really changed?
Yeah, well, easier said than done, that, innit?
Well, will you at least think about it? I mean, if it really took off, you know, you might even be able to pack in the chippy.
Hi. Oh, I said I'd make dinner.
I don't mind.
Oh, what have you got there?
Do you like it? It's only a tenner.
Oh, bargain. I thought you were only going window shopping.
I was, but then I decided to make the most of my overdraft. Look, I got these for my dad.
For your dad?
Yeah. Well, he loves the Beatles. He'll be over the moon with them.
Oh, you mean Tom?
Yeah, of course. Why do you think that? I'm not going to buy presents for my real dad, am I? Was he a Beatles fan too?
Well, yes, as a matter of fact, he was. Well, more John Lennon. Give peace a chance and all that.
Well,
Give peace a chance while you're bludgeoning some poor innocent scientist half to death. Sorry. That was supposed to be a joke.
Yeah, well, it wasn't very funny.
Louise, about your dad, Marcus, I mean. Well, you haven't mentioned him since Friday. Are you planning on trying to go and see him?
No, well, not for the time being, anyway. I've decided I'm going to write to him first. I'm not ready to meet him face to face.
So, what? Are you just going to tell him that you're his long-lost daughter?
I'm not sure yet. I don't want to frighten him off. Like you say, he might not respond too well to that.
Well, what address are you going to use? Here or in Reading? You have to be careful, you know. I don't want him suddenly turning up on the doorstep. I don't suppose Tom and Joan would be too impressed either.
I've already considered that, and that's where you have your uses.
Nice to know I have some.
Thought you could recommend a solicitor friend of yours, someone who wouldn't mind me using their address and who would forward any letters from him.
You have thought all this through, haven't you?
Let's face it, there's no hurry. It's not like he's disappearing off anywhere, is it? I'm going to take it nice and slowly.
And don't forget you're coming out with me tomorrow, so don't be making any plans with the other one.
Don't worry, I won't. Now, how do I look?
Tell me, if this Molly is just a friend, as you keep claiming, how come you go to all this trouble every time you meet her?
One likes to make an effort.
Oh, really? I wonder if you'll be making all this fuss tomorrow when you come down the Legion with me. I doubt it.
I really haven't got time for all this foolishness. I'm going now, Ron. Don't wait up for me.
All right. Hi, Pink. You're looking smart. Let's date again. All right, Dad.
What can I do for you, Michael?
Our Jackie just asked me to come over and have a word with you.
Yeah, well, you can save your breath. I'm not interested in anything she's got to say.
Come on, Dad. How long is this going to go on for?
Forever, for all I care.
Well, she just wants me to let you know that she's set up an account for you.
Yeah, well, you can tell her to stick it.
Dad, why are you being so stubborn for? This is your money, innit?
Because I'm sick and tired of the way everybody's treating me. So the social, our Jackie, and everyone else can go to hell as far as I'm concerned. I'm quite capable of standing on my own 2 feet. I don't need their help.
Nice that, love. I enjoyed it. Seems weird, doesn't it, eh? Just the two of us here on our own. Nice and peaceful for a change.
Don't get too used to it. Lauren's mum will be dropping Carly off in a minute. Then Will'll wake up for his feed.
Hey, listen, you know, Tommy off my course who rang us before. I was telling him what you were saying. You know about advertising to help kids with the schoolwork and that.
Oh, yeah?
Well, he's only got a brother-in-law who's got an agency who does all that sort of stuff. He's given me the number. And he reckons there's no reason why I can't do it myself.
See, I said you should have more confidence. I mean, I know you're not properly qualified yet, but you'd easily be able to help kids who've fallen behind in the maths and the reading, wouldn't you?
Who'd have thought it, eh, kid? All those years ago when our little Jimmy and Lindsay were kids and I was up to my neck in all sorts of scams. Never had time to go to a parents' night. Who'd have thought that you and me would end up sat here in our own little semi having a conversation like this?
See, it just goes to show, doesn't it? You can change things if you really want to. So you're going to phone him now and find out more about it?
I already have. Wants me to go down and see him later.
Great. They're proud of you, you know, Jim.
Hey, well, let's see if they take me on first, eh?
They will. Hey, never thought I'd get to snog a teacher.
Go to bed with the teacher if you like.
Don't push your luck.
This makes a nice change, doesn't it? Getting away from everybody, just the two of us.
I'll second that.
Mr. Crosby,
Rachel, what are you doing here?
I'm with Pete and Jackie now. The other girls from the salon were sat over there. The salon donated a prize to the competition, so Peter's dragged us all here, said it'd be a good laugh. You must be Molly.
Yes.
I'm Rachel. I've heard all about you.
Oh, it's nice to meet you.
You too. Right, well, I'll leave you to it. Come and have a drink with us later.
Yes, we will. What was that you were saying about being alone?
Who's that with Bing?
Oh, it's his new fancy woman, isn't it? Oh, what's her name again?
Molly.
So what do you reckon? Think we'll cop off for a while?
Yeah, but who's fancy going out with a sugar daddy?
Ladies and gentlemen, now it's time for the elimination waltz. You all know the rules. If you feel a tap on your shoulder, then please leave the dance floor. Our lucky winners will receive a beautiful bouquet of flowers kindly donated by Brenda's Blooms and a free makeover at Jackie D's Style House. Could all those wishing to take part please make their way onto the dance floor? Thank
Anybody
you.
fancy a go?
Oh, go away, will you?
Oh, come on, Jack, give it a go.
Would you do me the honour, madam?
Oh, it'll be my pleasure.
Don't even know what you do.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Oh, look, aye. Looks like Rachel's caught somebody's eye.
Hey, good on her. Come on, let's show them what we're made of.
Well, your young friends seem to be having a go. Are you up to it?
Yes. Yes, absolutely. Let's show them it's really done.
Right.
Buildings have recently received Stone Bridge and Saxon Church, the river glittering in its shallower depths with iridescent weed and pebbles. Two fishermen standing in the middle of the river were casting lazy.
Hiya.
Julia, what are you doing here?
Oh, well, I couldn't bear to think of being sat in here all on your own, so I brought me knitting and half a pound of pick and mix from the garage. I mean, what's the point of us both being stuck in our lonely little homes when we could be keeping each other company?
I rowed quietly.
We're doing really well, then.
He's only eliminated us because he doesn't want us to win our own prize.
Oh, you were great. I didn't know you could dance like that.
So what happened to your Fred Astaire then?
Oh, he was gorgeous, but I get treading on his toes. I'm going to have to take lessons if we're going to do this again. It's great, though, isn't it?
Well, well, well. Congratulations to the pair of you. Go ahead, Mr. Crosby. And what's your name, love?
Molly.
Well, Molly, you've just won yourself these beautiful flowers and a free makeover at Jackie B's Style House. And what's your name, sir?
Crosby, David Crosby.
Come on, everybody. What about a big round of applause for our lovely winners, Mr. and Mrs. Crosby?
Look at Mr. Crosby's face. He looks absolutely mortified.
Look at him, he's gone maroon.
And what about a kiss for your beautiful partner? Come on, I've never seen a couple looking so much in love before. Wouldn't you agree, ladies and gentlemen?
Hey, wonder what happens next. I could really get into this.
Hang on, calm down. Would you like to sit down and have a rest? Finish these, thank you.
Molly, I really can't apologise enough. I feel dreadful about your being put in such an embarrassing position.
Oh, David, for heaven's sake, it wasn't your fault. That MC wouldn't let you get a word in edgeways.
My having to kiss you like that in front of all these people, I can imagine how you must have felt.
Well, as a matter of fact, I quite enjoyed
you know
it.
that I'd never... What did you say?
I said I enjoyed it.
I assumed you...
Well, you assumed wrong, didn't you? You're a very attractive man, David Crosby.
Oh, look at them two.
It's sweet.
Eating now. They're not going to be sick. Shouldn't be allowed to do things like that at their age.
Well, I think it's lovely. Dead romantic, new beginnings and all that.
Talking of which, you might be going off somewhere glamorous again soon.
I don't want to get too excited about that. It could be nothing.
They wouldn't want to meet you if it was nothing.
Imagine if you wanted to go and work abroad full time. Well, what would you do?
Well, put it this way, I'd be very tempted. Especially after everything that's gone on around here lately.
Well, does that mean you go?
Hey, hang on. They haven't even told me what they want me for yet.
But you're going to have to be prepared. They might want an answer there and then. So, do you reckon you might leave us all behind?
It's not every day you get an opportunity like this, is it? The way I've been feeling recently, to be perfectly honest, yeah, I'd be off like a shot. Come on, Rich, let's sweep you down the dance floor, as long as you promise not to step all over my feet.
Oh, you're so gallant.
Taking you to the cutting edge of organised fraud in Lambeth Council. 4 goes undercover with the Corruption Busters next.
No need to shout them, what are they up?
Yeah. Well, you better get a move on, unless you're going to end up getting the sack.
Yeah, get off.
Listen, here's your packed lunch. I've done your chopped pork butties and a packet of crisps. Now, do you want some money for your bus fare and a drink?
No, I'm all right. I've still got a couple of quid left. Yeah, that'll be Sharon. I'm getting off.
All right, then. Have a nice day.
Not much chance in that dump.
Yeah, well, you just stick at it.
It's crap. I haven't learnt anything yet. All I'll do all day is load up trucks.
Well, it's a start, isn't it?
When I went for my interview, they said I'd be learning how to measure up patios and that.
Yeah, well, just give it some time. You've only been there a fortnight. Just be patient. If you stick at it, well, you could have a permanent job this time next year.
Yeah, whatever.
La-da-dum, la-da-dum-bum. La-lam, la-da-da-dee.
It's meant to be a nickname.
Sorry?
Just because people around here call you Bing, it doesn't mean to say you have to go around crooning at the top of your voice.
Oh, dear. Did my singing wake you up, Alta?
Too bloody right it did. The last thing I need at 7:30 in the morning is you in that bath yelping, "Love is a many splendid thing," like some lovesick bloodhound.
My apologies, Ron. I'm obviously not aware of the power of my own vocal cords.
I take it you had a good night then?
Last night? Oh. It was wonderful. It was simply wonderful. Molly and I won the elimination waltz. There we were, just a single spotlight, following our every move. Just the two of us, alone on the dance floor.
How much?
I beg your pardon?
How much did the whole night set you back?
I really don't think that's relevant to you.
She's really got her claws into you, hasn't she, eh? Well, just don't come crying to me when it all blows up in your face, that's all.
We shouldn't have to go in. Come on, Sue. I'm used to it going to school. It's not that I hate it, it's just I find it that hard. Easy if you give me a lift and you live on.
Hey, no way. I'm gonna keep this one nice and tidy.
Why did you change it?
Nah, I didn't think it was my style. And anyway, the walk will do you good. Listen, son. I know it hasn't been an easy year, but things have settled down now. And there's no reason why you shouldn't walk away with a couple of GCSEs at least. I mean, you're a bright lad. Now, go on. You'll be late if you don't get a move on. See you later.
Hi, love. Hi, Mick.
All right, Jackie.
Hey, makes a change from that little van.
Yeah, much more my style, eh? You're up and about early.
Yeah, that milkman was late again. I can't function without a cup of tea first thing.
Yeah, I know the feeling. See ya.
Mummy, can I go as Snow White?
I thought you wanted to be Dorothy from The Wizard of
I
Oz.
changed my mind.
Oh.
Hiya.
What's all this then? Well, it's Lauren's birthday next week, isn't it? And she's having a fancy dress party. Oh?
Mummy, can Peter do me hair?
Peter will be too busy.
Oh, I wanted him to.
Oh, listen, you go and be a good girl and go and brush your teeth. Go on.
She doesn't half miss him, doesn't she?
She's not the only one.
Just seen Julia Brogan down at the shops. What she says is true. It sounds like Peter might not be around here for much longer.
How do you mean?
Well, you know those people he went to Bali with? Apparently been back in touch with him and, well, I mean, Julia reckons they've asked him to go to New York to work full-time.
You're joking?
No. Oh, I mean, I just take it with a pinch of salt, love. You know what she's like. Knowing Julia, he's been asked to go to Blackpool for the weekend.
Well, when did she say he's going?
Well, as far as I can make out, nothing's definite yet.
All right.
Lindsay, love, look on the bright side. I mean, at least if Peter does move away, you won't be bumping into him every 5 minutes. You don't sound very convinced.
I can cope with it. But if he feels he has to go to New York or whatever to make a fresh start, well, good luck to him.
There you go, paper, packing them in, so I think you find that correct. Aye, aye. What's with the flowers?
They're going to be from Molly, but I'm having second thoughts about them.
Very wise. You don't want to be wasting all your hard-earned cash on her.
No, you misunderstood me. I just don't think these flowers are anything special.
What are you saying, then, that this place only sells crappy flowers?
No, I'm simply saying that Molly deserves something better than run-of-the-mill carnations, that's all.
Just these things, Big.
Thanks, Mick.
Yeah, what do you reckon? If you were trying to get a bird into bed, what kind of flowers would you send her?
Ron, you're being deliberately vulgar.
Well, certainly not them. That'd have to be red roses, wouldn't it? So, which one was the lucky fella?
Or the unlucky fella. Depends which way you look at it. Let's just say that Bing here is acting like he's just hit puberty.
Aye, Bing. How long's this been going on for?
Not long, actually. About a couple of weeks.
Seems more like a couple of years to me. Right, I'll put these in the bargain bin for you, shall I? Ta-da.
Yeah, see you, Ron.
Afraid you'll have to excuse him, Mick. I think he rather begrudges me my newfound happiness.
Yeah, he's probably just jealous.
All right, Ron. Oh, I shouldn't have bothered, mate.
Hey? Oh, very funny.
How's six?
Ah, not too bad, you know. Apart from having to live with Romeo in there.
How do you mean?
Ah, no, doesn't matter. Listen, I'm glad I bumped into you. Any chance of this week's rent a bit early? I've got a bit of a cash flow problem at the moment.
Yeah, and I've got a delivery to make, but I'll whiz round the bank and drop it off later.
Ah, cheers, mate.
Listen, Bing, take my advice. Do whatever makes you happy. Take no notice of them. See you later.
Bye.
All right,
mate.
mate.
Hey, mate, yeah, I'm just going around the school.
All about the governor stuff.
No, it's our Leo. Remember I told you he's having a hard time?
Oh, falling behind and that, yeah?
Yeah. I feel really guilty about it, and I mean, I've not been much help this last year, have I?
Yeah, we can't complain with yourself, can you? Anyway, I'm sure things aren't as bad as what they seem.
Well, that's why I want to go and find out and see how far behind actually he is. I'll see you later.
Yeah, see you later.
I'd like to order 2 dozen of your best red roses, please. Yes.
Romeo, any chance of some service here?
Excuse me, could you hold the line just a minute, please? Thanks.
Lynn, can I have your sheets? I'm doing... Are you okay, love?
Yeah, I'm fine. Just got a bit of a headache, that's all.
Are you sure?
Oh, Mum, why am I such a stupid cow?
What's brought all this on, eh? Is it because of what I told you this morning about Peter?
It's all right for him, isn't it? Going off making a new life for himself.
You can't blame him, can you, love? It's not often you get an offer like that. He'd be mad not to accept it.
I know that, but... Well, it doesn't make it any easier for me, does it? I'm the one who's left here with nothing.
I hate to say it, love, but...
Mum, don't dare say I told you so.
Lindsay, you can't hide from the truth.
I'm not hiding from anything. I knew very well how I ended up here. I know I've only got myself to blame and I don't need you or anybody else to remind me, OK?
Oh, I'm sorry, OK. I'll leave you to it.
It's mad how things end up, isn't it?
How do you mean?
What's the matter with me? I had everything with Peter. He treated me like nobody had ever treated me before. Then I go and ruin it all for Barry Grant. It's like I can't handle it when things are going well for me. Like I can't stand to be happy.
I know it's hard, love. But you learn from your mistakes, don't you? You won't do anything like this again in a hurry, will you?
Won't I? I think that's my problem. I'm a glutton for punishment.
Oh, yeah, mate, it's a shug, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, do you fancy giving me a hand?
Yeah, no problem, lad.
Ta.
I haven't seen your face here before.
Well, I only started last week.
Scheme, is it?
Yeah.
How much are they paying you a week?
35 quid.
35 quid a week? It's a disgrace the way they rip you kids off. Everyone likes to get on the high horses in other countries about child labour, you know. But here, it's practically legal, and no one bats an eye.
Yeah?
Yeah. Listen, how do you fancy slipping a couple of extra bags on the back for me?
What?
You know.
Well, the order said 20 bags. I mean, I put them all on, I've checked.
Listen, don't worry. I trust you. All I'm saying is if you slip a couple of extra bags on the back there for me, I might be able to bump your wage packet up for you. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, well, I'll have to be a bit careful. I mean, there's hundreds of cameras around this place.
I don't want you getting in trouble on my account, lad, but I'll see you all right. You know what I mean?
Yes, well, I'll see you soon then. Bye.
Thank you very much. Why didn't you just tell me that you didn't want to come out with me?
What?
The last thing I want to do is spend the night down the Legion with Ron. That's what you said.
Look, I may have said something like that, but I didn't mean it literally, Ron.
Well, it sounded like that to me. I could hear the two of you having a good laugh at my expense.
Now you're being paranoid.
What do you expect? Ever since that Molly won't come on the scene, you made it perfectly clear that you got no time for me.
That's not true. I've agreed to come to the Legion with you this evening, haven't I?
Hey, don't force yourself, you know. I'm not some charity case.
Oh, don't be so silly.
I'm not being silly. Have you ever thought how all of this makes me feel? After all I've been through lately. All I wanted to do was go down the Legion with you, have a couple of pints and a bit of a moan. Is that too much to ask? I'm sorry, but I thought that's what mates were all about.
I'm sorry, Ron. Do you know what it's like when you're at the beginning of a relationship? You tend to get self-indulgent and, well, a bit selfish. You neglect the needs of your friends and everyone else. Just want to spend all of your time with that one person.
Well, go on then, go on. See if I care.
No, because despite what I've just said, I'm fully aware that one needs to retain a balance. And the last thing I want to do is lose a good friend like yourself.
Well, you got a funny way of showing it then, haven't you?
So what's Lauren going as then?
A witch.
A witch? It's a good job you're not going as Dorothy. She'd spend the whole party trying to rob your ruby slippers, wouldn't she? Hey, there's Nana.
George, have a nice day at school? Yeah, Mummy said I can watch Snow White.
Did she? Kylie, only for half an hour. And no sulking when I turn it off, OK?
OK.
Go on, then. See you later. Oh, what's up with this little fella? Oh, he's been like this for the last hour. I can't do anything for him. Of course, if we took him for a walk, you know, the fresh air might knock him out. How are you feeling then, anyway? Any better?
I wish.
See ya.
All right.
There you are. There's an extra 4 on there for you.
Hey, nice one, mate. Yeah. Buy yourself a pint.
Oh, ta-ta.
All right.
Yeah.
Hopefully see you next week.
Yeah, I hope so.
All right.
Ta-ta.
See ya.
All right, son. How was footy practice?
It's all right.
How was school today?
OK.
I went down to school before. Had a word with Miss Pierce.
Why?
Well, I just wanted to find out if things were really as bad as you were making out.
What did she say?
Well, she said you were behind, yeah, but nothing that a lot of hard work couldn't sort out. I mean, she reckons you'll easily pass in your strongest subjects if you just keep your head down.
Well, that's easy for her to say.
Look, Leo, I don't want you to think that I'm putting loads of pressure on you here. I won't think any less of you if you don't pass your exams, you know. Just don't give up, son.
I won't.
You know, it's a hard world out there. It's even harder without qualifications. You don't want to end up like that scally across the close, do you? Earning buttons on some scheme.
I suppose not.
Well, with that in mind, you better get home and make a start on your revision. I've done your tuna pasta. Thought you could use a bit of brain food. Just needs heating up.
Sound?
All right, see you later, mate.
I know.
Hi.
Can't believe the size of him. Doesn't even like 5 minutes since he was a little kid.
Yeah, it's frightening, isn't it? I mean, you get so involved in your own problems, you forget the really important stuff like exams.
Oh, yeah. How did it go at the school?
Well, the ball's in Leo's court. If he wants to leave school with his GCSEs, then he's going to work 10 times harder than all the other kids.
Well, after what he's been through this last year, I thought it'd have been a miracle if he came out with anything at all.
He just needs encouraging. You know, be told that he can do it.
That's not the end of the world if he does fail him, is it? I mean, look at Tim. Didn't take any exams, and even he seems to be making some kind of a life for himself.
No disrespect, son, but our Leo and Tin are hardly two of a kind, are they?
I'm not saying they are, but well, you're never too late to learn, are you? I mean, look at Jimmy Corkill. If I'd have told you a year ago he'd end up being a teacher, you'd have left me out of the place.
Yeah, I suppose so. Can't let worrying, though, can you?
Yeah. Well, Leo's sound. He'll do well for himself.
Oh, fingers crossed, eh?
We are on, sir.
Cheers, Bing.
My pleasure.
Much appreciated. I know you probably prefer to be with Molly, but it means a lot to me, this.
Oh, Ron, please don't start making out that it's some sort of effort for me to be here. I'm glad to be having a night out with you, old son.
Even if I am just some bitter old Asbury who's past it.
Look, if you're past it, I should be well and truly 6 feet under.
Behave. You haven't had my health problems, have you? You're as fit as an ox.
I'm sorry, but I find the idea of a 50-year-old man talking about being casted utterly ludicrous.
Yeah, that's how they make me feel.
Who's they?
Oh, Jacqueline, the DSS, you name it. I really don't know where I've been going wrong lately. This last year's been a complete nightmare.
Yes, I know things have been a bit tough for you.
That's putting it mildly. You know, there was a time when I thought I had the Midas touch. I just couldn't seem to do anything wrong. The business was going well. I had Bev and Josh. And then, all of a sudden, things started going downhill. Even our Jackie's done the dirty on me. All she cares about is money.
You ever stop to think where she might get that from?
I hope you're not looking at me when you say that.
Well, you've always said she's her father's daughter through and through.
Yeah, well, I was wrong. All right. I know I haven't been the world's greatest dad, but I've always tried to do my best. I've always been there for them. This is the thanks you get.
You shouldn't blow this out of proportion, Ron. It's not the end of the world.
Yeah, well, it feels that way sometimes. Like, no matter what I do with my life, it all just seems to blow up in my face.
See, that's how I like you. All the people I know, you're the one person who's always so full of energy and optimism in the face of adversity.
Yeah, well, don't worry, Bing. In spite of all I've said, I've got no intention of lying down and dying. I've still got a lot to offer.
That's the spirit. Nice to hear you say something positive for a change.
Yeah, and it's nice to get things off my chest. You know, it's ages since we had a chat. You know, just the two of us, like. Not missing Molly too much, I hope.
Molly who?
That's what I like to hear. Cheers, Bing.
Cheers, old son. Here's to a bright and prosperous future.
I'll drink to that.
Am I in, love? Did you have a nice day?
Yeah, sound.
Does your dad know you're here, Sharon?
Yeah, of course.
Do you want to go down the chippy and get you and Sharon something for your tea? We haven't had nothing yet.
It's all right. You got it? Yeah. Got you those?
Oh, you didn't have to do that. Where'd you get them from?
Well, I put them down the garage.
Timmy didn't rob them, did you?
Oh, yeah, that's nice, isn't it? I tried to be a nice son, get me mum a present. I get accused of all kinds.
Well, what am I supposed to think? I thought you were skint.
Tell us, Shaz.
Father not robbed honest.
So where'd you get the money from?
If you must know, some fella tipped me a tenner for loading his van. There you go. You got your eyes wiped, haven't you?
I'm sorry, son.
Come on, Shaz. Let's go to Chippy.
Hang on, you are. Get it out of this.
No, it's all right. I'd rather pay my own way.
You'd be a good girl for your nanny and go to bed when she tells you, do you hear me?
She will, won't you, love? She's always a good girl for a nan, aren't you?
Listen, would you do me a big favour and go upstairs and check on Will for me? Would you? Good girl.
She is.
Oh, wish I didn't have to go in.
Well, it might do you good, love, you know, take your mind off things. I wish it was as easy as that.
Look, you know what Julia Brogan's like? She's probably exaggerated the whole thing.
Do you remember when Peter went to Bali? And I was completely paranoid about him getting off with some big supermodel. Well, there's nothing to stop him now, is there?
I don't suppose there is, love, now.
And good luck to him. He'll probably cop off with some gorgeous girl, sail off into the sunset and forget I ever existed. He could do 1,000,000 times better than me anyway.
Don't do yourself down.
Don't know what you've got till you've lost it.
Well, you know what they say, love. The grass is always greener.
Well, I'll never know now, will I? Right. Oh. Do you want me to bring you back a nice big battered sausage?
Oh, no, you're all right, love. See ya. Tra, love.
I don't know, Bing. The way things turn out, hey? Can't take anything for granted, can you?
Precisely why I like to take things one day at a time. Only sensible approach to life, in my view, old son.
I'll go along with that. Right. My round. Same again, is it?
No. Put your wallet away. I'll get these.
You got the last lot.
Let tonight be my treat.
Excuse me, I'm not totally skinned, you know. I've got Sinbad's rent today.
I insist. You save your money. You do the honours when you get back on your feet.
Right, cheers, mate, I will. Thanks a lot.
Right. Quick visit to the gents, then I'll go to the bar.
Yeah, let's get blathered, eh? May as well make a real night of it, seeing as how you're paying.
that on vinegar, love?
Roast, please.
So, did you really get tipped a tenner?
Well, sort of. I just put a few extra bags of cement on this fella's van for him, and then he gave me the tenner.
Good. They're ripping you off. You may as well do the same to them.
Exactly. I mean, if they would have gave me better wages in the first place, there'd be no need, would there?
The only decent money you've had this week is what you had last Friday.
I know, yeah.
Anyway, how come your mum got a present and I didn't?
Oh, well, I've got to keep it sweet, haven't I? I only give her a tenner a week. I don't want to ask her for any more. Anyway, you were the best present anyone could ask for.
What?
Me.
Well, I need. I feel ashamed.
Oh, come on, no one's looking.
I'd give anything to be able to come over now, but I'm afraid poor old Ron isn't a very happy chap at the moment. He needs a chum around. Yes. Yeah. Look, I'd better go before he starts wondering where I am. I miss you. I'll call you in the morning. Night-night.
No prizes for guessing who that was.
I'm sorry, Ron. I just had to give her a quick ring.
Can you really not go for a couple of hours without thinking about it? What's the matter with you?
I'm not really sure.
Yeah, well, I think you better start being straight with me, Bing. Because if you two are going to get serious, I could just find myself out on the streets.
Well, the thing is that I think I may be falling in love.
What are your age?
Love sees no wrinkles. Believe me, I'm as surprised about this as you are. I can honestly say I haven't felt this way since I first set eyes on Jean in 1955.
So what are you trying to say, Bing? But you thinking of moving it in, getting married?
I don't know. Early days, well, to be quite frank, I'd marry her tomorrow if she'd have me. Anyway, I'd pay that visit and get us in another round, all right?
Cheers. Where does that leave me?
Well, get the glad rags on. You're invited to another of 4's infamous TV dinners next.